Good morning, guys. Okay, so today we're going to be playing a bit of Prison Architect. This is a fantastic little game. I literally spent hours and hours and hours and hours. Sorry, 2 seconds. Playing this game. And it's a lot of fun, to be honest. It's a standard like build your own prison, bring the prisoners in, and try and keep them all happy type of game. I'm not sure if you've seen it before, but yeah, it's totally worth a go. These are the settings we're going to be playing on. You get a choice between male and female. If you actually play a female, you actually get a few more buildings. It's quite interesting. You get to choose your warden, whatever you want. You can go with the standard warden, the lobbyist. These are the people that you have the likelihood of receiving prisoners that are violent, lethal, volatile, deadly, or fighters, all of which are really bad. Rita, she's the one that has the likelihood of prisoners being static or fearless, and so prisoners are also suppressed twice as quick. You've got this dude, which gives guard dogs a 50% chance of fully uncovering any tunnels that they find, which is nice. The pacifier, he's just a really boring dude. He just makes the overall temperature in your prison, yeah. And this one's crooked. Basically, if you catch luxury goods or contraband, you can find them and you can directly earn some more money. We'll just go in with the standard warden because it's just really kind of basic. Settings that we've got set up, we've got medium size for that. We've got fog of war on, generate forest is on. You can knock these off. However, I've quite often run out of money, and it's quite nice to be able to knock a few forests down. Lakes are just annoying, they get in the way. Buildings, fairly conditions on. We've got gangs off. This is quite an interesting one. Gangs definitely changed the way the game's played. However, we'll leave those off just for now. Events, I'm not a huge fan of. Basically, it just seems like it's just one endless fact of just crap going on. So like your power will explode, and then because your powers explode, all your electrics go out, obviously, and there's like massive fire, and it's not good. I'm not a huge fan of events. Weather and temperature is something I haven't actually played with before, so yep, let's fire that on. And unlimited funds, I've knocked that off. That's just if you want like a free build mode. So we'll just start playing. First thing you want to do, pause the game. This is our buildable area. There is actually expansions to the four corners. You can go a bit further. However, to start with that, now this is one of the parts I actually really love about this game. It's less so much looking after the prisoners, and it's more about building it up. We've got $30,000 basically to start building the prison. However, we can get a bit more money from grants, which is the first thing you want to do. I'm going to be as if you've never played this game before. So these are the four that we can start with. These are all locked and they've all got like prerequisites. But we want to be building a basic detention centre, which gives us 20,000 instant dollars, and then an extra 10,000 once we complete it. And to do that, we need a holding cell, a shower, a yard, a kitchen, a canteen, and we need to hire 2 guards and 2 cooks, which is basically the minimum you need for a prison. So we'll start that. The second grant, and we'll also take the administration centre. This gives us 5,000 up front and an extra 5,000 once we complete it. To do this, we need 2 offices, we need a warden, and we need to unlock finance through research, and we need to hire an accountant as well. So we'll take that as well. So as you see, we've now got $55,000. We're going to knock prisoner intake off for the moment, just so we don't get stuck halfway through. Now there is an optimal way. If you actually check, you can check the buildable area. You can't actually build in the corner tiles, so the buildable area is basically that. And we can see that is 138 by 118. So you could actually work out what the centre is from there, but we're not going to worry about that for the moment. I particularly like doing this kind of stuff, so this isn't even centre either, but it's fine. So we'll have a nice entranceway to 2. So from there we're going to build a jail door on there, and we're going to have another jail door. Actually, no, it's probably too far. We'll have another jail door there. I'm going to want a staff door there, and I like bringing my offices up. Just bring it straight up here, make it a nice 1 by 1, and then we can make the offices actually 5 by 5. Oops. So that's 5 by 4. Sorry, no, it's a 4 by 4 even. So yeah, that's the minimum size offices need to be, 4 by 4. So we need 2 offices. However, I'm going to build a few extra ones because they really are quite cheap to build. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's actually 6 people that you can hire. However, I'll show you why I'm only doing 5 at the moment. From there, we're also going to want a little staff room for them. So we'll take that to a 10 by 10. That's going to be that sorted. From here, we're going to want to bring your prisoners in. They're going to enter into a reception area. And the reception area, I'm wanting to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make it a nice 8 by 8. And straight from the reception area, I want them to come out, and I'm wanting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. We're going to have holding cells here. What you require for the holding cells, you need a bench, which is 4, and you need a toilet. However, we'll give them a little bit more than that. We'll give them okie dokie. Well, that's that sorted. What else do we need? We need a shower, yard, a kitchen, and a canteen. So I'm going to plan for 100 prisoners to start with. It's like a nice kind of base that we want. Cookers are 2. And there is actually a ratio. What we're going to be looking for is 16 cookers and 8 fridges. Okay, that's our kitchen sorted. And because I always forget, you also need to have a sink in the kitchen. And sinks are free, long. Okay, from there we're going to want to do get the dining room. Now the kitchen needs to obviously connect to the dining room, so I'm probably going to have my dining room in this kind of area here, and they're going to require serving benches, which are 5 long, and the ratio is you need 3 to function for this kitchen, which will serve 100 prisoners. So now we're just going to build up seating. Benches are 4 long and tables are 4 long as well, so 4 by 3s, little gap in between them. Okay, so 12, 14. What I'm thinking about in here, sorry, it's 2 by 3s. That's 9. Make that the yard. I'm gonna need a shower as well. Okay, we'll just start out with a nice little simple thing. So. Okay, no problem. Right, and that should be enough to like get us started with everything that we need. I'm going to we could do a storeroom as well. Yeah, so that's basically what our starting prison is going to look like. So into foundations, you can either do it in brick or concrete, and we're going to want to basically do the lot. Just realised I've got auto lights on. Never mind, we'll sort that out. Okay, so that's basically, we've spent a good chunk of our money, but these are the foundations. This is going to be the expensive part of it. Well, we can go straight away. We just go to rooms. We want to create an export room. All these trees are going to get cut down, and we actually sell the trees for... Oh, I've just realised something. Sorry, I didn't want that. There we go. Yeah, so as I was saying, those trees can get sold. Exports. If we just create the exports there, you see you can't build on where this red line is. Okay, so what we're going to need, we're also going to need entry into the prison. However, just really quickly, I'm going to put some fencing up. Your yard needs to be inside, you see. So there we go. And we're going to chuck down some doors as well, then we're all good. So it's just going to be basic doors. Do that, spin you around, one there, yeah, and the rest we want jail doors. So jail door there, no, not a jail door there, jail door there, jail door there. It's going to require a single jail door. I'll have that there, and we're going to want a staff door there, staff door there, staff door there, staff door there. I'm not going to bother with staff doors on here at the moment. We're going to get another jail door there, and we'll have another double jail door directly opposite that one. Is that done? Sorry, no, that one's not done. So there and there as well. That's going to be all that we kind of need to start with. Let's order some stuff in. So start with benches. Need a bench there. Oops. Bench there, bench there, bench there, bench there. Table. One there, one there. Table there, table there. All of these offices are going to require chairs. Sorry, I can't remember which way around they go. I'll do that in a moment. Get a toilet. Chuck that there. grab a couple of beds. You don't need to put the beds in here. However, there is a reason for it. I'll explain that in a moment. And we're going to want some cookers. Oh well, I'll tell you what, just leave that to build for the moment and see how knackered we are for money. Yeah, really knackered for money. So get these guys in. We haven't actually got enough to complete these, so we're wanting to get a bit of money back from taking these trees down. We're probably going to need to dismantle a few more trees as well. But that's basically everything that we need. We do need to set the kitchen up, and obviously we're going to need interconnecting walls. But that's not a bad start. So yeah, this is going to be a visitation area. The prisoners get exceedingly stroppy if they can't visit their families. You're also going to want to set a chapel up rather quickly as well. Yeah, I think we're still going to be a little bit behind. However, luckily there's lots of trees around. We might be alright. I think I might have overspent just a little bit. See, it's 1,000 for the warden, it's 500 for the accountant, and it's 500 for the research. Or alternatively, it's 500 each for guards and another 500 each for cooks. We're also going to need at least one cooker and one fridge, so that's going to be another 1,000. Yeah, I do believe we're going to need to dismantle a few trees. Okie dokie. There we go, that's the foundations all in. Yeah, completely out of money. We'll have to dismantle a few more trees, I'm afraid. Now we will get money as soon as we get prisoners, however, because we haven't got any guards at the moment, we can't actually get any prisoners. We also haven't got anywhere to put the prisoners, even though we've got the requirements for the room. We haven't actually caged it in yet, so we can't quite get any money from that. However, we are massively overspent. That is a problem in this game. You can massively overspend and then just be like, oh no, what do I do now? Okay. So yeah, first thing we're going to do, we're going to hire a warden. And he's going to go into it. Oh, sorry, I need 1,000 for that. Suppose I should set his office out. So into rooms, this is where you design the rooms for everything. So you can see that because we've got this quest, it's highlighted a few things that we actually need. So we need the holding cell. So the holding cell is going to go here. We're going to have a yard. The yard's going to go here. Well, our kitchen is going to go here. Our canteen is going here. Our shower is here. Storage we don't need, but we're going to have anywhere. It's going to go there. And we're going to have 2 offices and a staff room. So there's the staff room and offices. And as I said, we're going to have some visitation as well. Where are we? Visitation. Oh, reception. Yeah, remember reception. and visitation. Where are we? There. Okay, is that everything we need? See, this is the one that you only get in female-only prisons, so you get a nursery as well, so the prisoners can have babies in. Chapel and parole, oh yeah, these are all stuff that we want. Kind of like straight off the bat. Family cell, what's that? I didn't realise that was out there. Oh yes I did, I just forgot about it. And we're going to need some solitary as well. Okay. So we are definitely going to want to complete the holding cell. That's like a must really. Okay, so that's somewhere where we can actually put prisoners. So if the worst does come to the worst, we can actually what I'm doing at the moment is just tidying the walls off. Oh, out of money. I think we're going to need to hack down a lot more trees. Now your workers will work at night time, it's just ridiculously hard to see the trees. Probably should have started off a little bit smaller than this and expanded into the bigger. Sometimes I'll get it perfect and sometimes I don't. I haven't even put the electricity and stuff down. However, once these grants come in, I mean, we're going to be able to afford to finish out what I've set up once these grants come in, so it's not going to be too bad. Oh, need a serving table in that. Now if you zoom into the room itself, it'll actually highlight the things that you need. So in this case we need serving tables, these are only $20 each, so let's just fire them all down, all the ones that we're going to use, and that's that sorted. We're going to need some showers down here and a drill. Going to need an office desk at reception. We're also going to need office desks for these rooms. We only need to worry about setting 2 up at the moment, so let's do that. And filing cabinets. Yeah, 2 offices done. And we've got enough to hire the warden. And we're going to start him researching finance right away. It says it requires an office, but they're just finishing building that. Oh no. Sorry, my recording time is right there. I know I've gone over a bit. If we make these half-an-hour episodes... Oh, sorry, I'm missing a chair for there as well. Okay, that's our prison ready to rock and roll. Sorry, no, we need guards. However, what we're going to do is we're going to finish this research first. We're going to hire the accountant, fire the accountant in there. She's only 500, is she? Or is she 1,000? Oh, she's 1,000. Oh, there we go. Plenty. Can probably get a few more walls up. Just make sure I don't spend over that 1,000. So what, 250? 250. It will actually go over if I do another 250. I'll tell you what, we can do that. 150, and let's be cheeky and do another 150. I know that's a bit too much, but we're waiting for the time to come down, and We have got basic grant money, and we've only got 10. Should be fine. Especially how we've got this wood that's going out as well. Bit more money. It's a bit too much, but whatever. Okay. And we can afford that accountant. Sorry, no, we can't afford that accountant. I've spent a bit too much. But yeah, the accountant. Let's kill 2 more trees. That should do it. I'll tell you what, just clean these up. And then once we've got the 5,000 that we're going to get for completing this grant, we'll finish this grant, because you only need... while setting up the kitchen is quite expensive, we can kind of get by on minimum stuff to start with, and then we can just expand once we've got what we need. Now we are going to need electricity throughout this place, and water. Now it's not too bad. We get 20 electricity, 20 cables rather, for free. So we'll do that. That should be enough electricity to get us going. Shit, I've overspent again. I'll be alright. I'll just sell that. We'll hire that accountant. So that gives us 5,000. Let's finish the kitchen. So we need a cooker. Can we get by here? I'll tell you what, let's do a row. And let's do the fridges. I think. See, doing the kitchen is really quite expensive. We haven't actually got enough money. We need 2 cooks, and we also need 2. Have we got everything? 2 guards and 2 cooks. Right, okay, cool. So we'll go 2 guards. We haven't got enough for the cooks. However, that's fine. I'm not quite finished yet. Electricity, we're going to want small pipes connecting that. And I haven't actually decided where I'm going to put my generators. I think I'm probably going to put them up here. So if I just bring a pipe up here, and I'll bring the electric cable up as well. Now we start with a power generator. And a capacitor. And we also start with a water pump for free. Now unfortunately 1 capacitor and the generator isn't going to be enough to power everything light wise, even when the finished building all of this. But it's certainly a start. Oh, need some more monies. I've got tree stumps there. And that is just about us ready to have our first intake of prisoners. So I'm going to call that the end of the episode now. If you pick up with me again next time, we'll certainly continue on from this, and we'll get our first batch of prisoners in and hopefully make everything good in the world. Alright, cheers. Have a good night now, guys. Right, bye.